Well, hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. This evening I've decided to head down to a great spot for the starlings. The starlings at this time of the year usually congregate in massive groups and go to roost in forests, in reed beds like this behind me here, and it's basically all about safety in numbers. And we sometimes get thousands and thousands of starlings here, and of late there's been quite a few here, so I thought I'd come down this evening, do a bit of video and take a few stills as well, and just really enjoy the evening and watching the starlings really doing their thing. As I say, they have like bait ball loops in the sky, they're weaving in and out, there's pockets of starlings coming from all over the place, from all over different directions, congregating together, intertwining into larger flocks, and then literally a massive crescendo at the end, and then straight down into the reed beds, a little bit of noise, and then that's it. They're quiet and they go to roost, with a few stragglers coming in at the end. But it's one of those spectacles really here in the UK where it is one of those things you've got to see. They are fantastic, the way they can maneuver in the sky in such large groups, in unison with each other. Every starling talks to the one next, and a knock-on effect, and they just weave in and out. Oh, it's amazing, absolutely amazing. And here as well, where there's lots of birds like that, starling size, a great prey for predators as well. So there'll possibly be peregrines, harriers, and all sorts of manner of bird of prey species around as well, trying to take advantage of any stragglers and stuff like that. But we're going to stay here, we're going to have a look, see what happens. We've got a bit of a gusty wind, actually northwesterly, is about 30 odd mile an hour gusting, so not ideal. So I've tucked the Land Rover here in a nice position, just with the wind coming in from the side. Got a tripod set up there, so I'm going to be shooting today with the Canon R3 and with the RF 70-200 F2.8 IS. A few people asked me why I bought this lens. So compact, great little zoom, and perfect for things like this. You ideally want a range between 50, maybe 100 mil, maybe a little bit more, and you've got the flexibility with the 70-200 there, which can cater for what you need. So I'll be using that really primarily tonight, probably for video, a bit of 4K 120 slow-mo, maybe taking it off and doing a few stills as well as I go. But I'm going to be using a good old trusty Canon 1DX Mark II with a 100mm f2.8 macro lens on there. Having that fixed focal length of 100mm is a little bit restrictive, but I can then just use it as I see fit really. And you're probably wondering, I thought you sold the 1DX Mark II. Well, I did, but I saw this 1DX Mark II for second hand on one of the second hand stores in the UK, and it was so cheap. The condition was described as really bad, but looking at the pictures it looked great, and I got it through and it's near on mint condition. I think they made a bit of a mistake there, but so I paid nearly next to nothing for this, and it's absolutely superb condition. So I've got this really as a backup for my R3, and I love the DX2. I always have done, and it's kind of a bit of nostalgia really as well. That old nice chunky shutter going off, I love it. And it's only done, I think this camera's only taken 120,000 actuations out of possible 400,000 before I need a replacement. So yeah, it would go on for a lot longer than that anyway. So yeah, got 1DX Mark II with me, great backup to have, and I'm going to be shooting with this tonight, doing most of the stills, and using the R3 with the RF 70-200 there for some of the 4K slow-mo stuff. And we're just going to enjoy the evening, see what happens, and hopefully they'll come in here tonight to roost. There is that cheeky wind coming in, they may have gone somewhere else, but suck it and see how we get on, and hopefully we'll be put on a magical show tonight. As I said, there's very few things in the UK that can really shine, and I think the Starling Murmuration, if you're ever going to go, there's so many hot spots around the country. Brighton Pier apparently is amazing. You've got loads and loads and loads of reserves that have reed beds that are just unbelievable sightings. We're talking 50, 60, upwards of six-figure starlings, going to roost and stuff like that. Somerset Levels is an amazing place to go. But this is my own little patch with a fair few thousand starlings. So yeah, hopefully it's going to be a great evening. Hopefully the light's going to be quite nice. So I've got the light over this side of me at the moment, so as it comes to set, the light will be coming through the reeds here, so casting a nice orange glow through there, and hopefully we'll be gifted with a bit of a show tonight. But yeah, that's it. Just going to sit here, have a cup of hot chocolate and a biscuit, bide my time, and yeah, good stuff. So I'm just going to make my way along the edge of the reed bed here, so I don't want to be really this close when the starlings come in to roost. Obviously they won't come in that close to me, but just to go to show you here, the reed bed itself is quite vast, quite a big expanse there, stretching all the way up to there's a beach just there, there's a bridge, it's quite a busy road there, and this reed bed stretches all the way up through the valley there, right up round, and it goes up round the corner there. So as I said before, this then provides a massive safety area for the starlings to roost in. As I said before, starlings roosting in great numbers like that, you know, against predators, safety in numbers at the end of the day. If a bird comes in, bombing in, peregrine falcon, sparrowhawk, trying to take anything, usually because there's so many birds there, it just leads to confusion. Tries to isolate one, off they go, and it can really confuse the birds of prey as well. So, and in there it's nice and warm, low down, birds get fairly low in the reed bed, nestle together, job done. And it goes, it's amazing once they come over and they do their display, and you can hear all the wings moving around and the noise it makes. So powerful. And then suddenly quick loop round and then straight down, boom, straight inside the reed bed, and it literally can't hear a pin drop. But as I said, at the moment there's quite a cheeky wind there, so I'm not sure. I'd rather it had been a completely quiet night, but you know, the weather's the weather and you've got to go with what you've got. But yeah, already I can see there's some crows up here just on the outset there, just waiting. I'm not sure what they're waiting for, maybe waiting for a bird of prey to strike, maybe, and getting some leftovers, I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna get in the landy, get a brew. Oh, that's a lovely hot chocolate. I'm on a no caffeine week at the moment. Day one's tough. Just feels like there's something missing throughout my day. I've been drinking too much tea and coffee lately, so I've decided to go on a bit of a caffeine break and see how that makes me feel. But yeah, it's been tough today. I've been knackered all day. Anyway, I changed tact and talk about some photography. But one thing is actually good about this sort of photography, really, is the fact that grey wagtail going over, is the fact that you don't have to carry around lots of, you know, heavy equipment. I mean, obviously the DX is a bit of a lump, and you've got the 100mm macro there, and then you've got the R3 with a moderate zoom on there, but you can use other lenses, you know, wide angle, 17 to 40, 16 to 35, 100mm macro, you know, a little 50, nifty 50 or something, you know, something like that. Really, you don't have to take all your kit with you. Obviously I'm lugging around vlogging stuff and all sorts, but you know, ordinarily you could just turn up with your camera, bit of handheld video if you've got the IBIS, if you've got the stabilization now that a lot of the modern cameras do, you know, just sit here, do a bit of video, do a bit of stills, nice and easy, you know, and it's what everybody can do. You know, a lot of the reserves as well, if people have got any disabilities and things like that, boardwalks, people can get access, you know, places like this. It's a car park next to one of our beaches, you know, dog walkers everywhere, birds aren't bothered, nice and easy. But it's just, it's not about necessarily about the actual see, you got cars coming past all the time now, but it's not all about an amazing location. It's just about watching the birds do their thing and going to roost. And there's already at the moment, because the light's starting to fail a little bit, there's already groups of starlings now already just coming across the fields, just starting to congregate. So yeah, they're all starting to and one car's gone and parked itself right over there, which is going to be lovely position for me when I'm filming, so I can just film the back of a car, which is great. But anyway, We'll see if we can crop that one out. But yeah, that's it really, nice and easy. Don't need any of those massive lenses. And sometimes, to be honest, it's just nice to come here with a pair of binoculars or just use your eyes and just enjoy the moment really. But I'm going to set up a remote mic as well over there so I can hear the birds as they're coming into roost and straight into the reed bed, and also to pick up that noise of them with all their wings together as they're flying overhead, all being well. So already set up, waiting for it all to happen. Just had a sparrowhawk. There's a pigeon up there now, but there was a sparrowhawk waiting on the post, telegraph pole up there. There's a few crows just perched over there. You kind of feel like they're also watching. Well, the hawk obviously is, but the birds of prey are starting to filter around. There's two buzzards just over the back there. Just feel that obviously as the evening draws in, the predators are sort of closing in and observing from a distance. Absolute treat. We've got a marsh harrier feeding over the reed beds. Oh my God, it's fantastic. What a bird. What a bird. And it's amazing. If only I could pick it up. It's nice when you've got your the shortest zoom lengths you've got with you. Oh, what a bird. Fantastic bird. Wow. I doubt it's going to come close, but what a fantastic bird to see. It's not all about getting a picture, but if I can get some sort of video. Oh, it's so far away. Amazing. Well guys, I've just done a bit of video with a 70-200 at great distance. It's times like this you wish you had your prime with you. But there we go. Whoa, what a bird. Fantastic bird. As I said guys, you know, you never know what's going to turn up. Now, we don't often get marsh harriers here, and it just goes to show where the food's here, the birds are here. Sadly, a few will get nobbled every night, I expect, but that's just the nature of the beast really, and that's the way it goes. But oh, it's such a great bird. I was so tempted to put my 100 to 500 in my bag. I thought, no, I'm after starlings tonight. I'll keep it light. Don't bring any zooms with me, proper zooms, and just focus on the starlings, and then a marsh harrier turns up. That is the way it goes. But yeah, I'm hoping it might come past a little bit closer, all being well. But yeah, it's still there. It's still there displaying. It's it's amazing. Marsh harrier is such a large winged bird, and you can just pick them out so easily. Very harrier-like as it's low flying. But the wings are huge. It's getting constantly mobbed then by crows, but oh, now we got a sparrowhawk. Oh, fantastic. Massive tree up there next to the house, and there's a sparrowhawk just gone and landed in there. It just goes to show those poor starlings have now got a marsh harrier and a sparrowhawk homing in on them. So we could be in for a bit of a treat tonight and get a bit of predation action maybe. That's incredible. I think I may have to come back down here with my prime lens, I think. With a tele converter or two in my pocket. You can hear a Chetty's warbler over there calling away. So guys, for my vlogs, I use this Tascam. This is a DR07 X-ray, and it's basically a digital recorder with a little mic muffler on the end. It's got directional mic on it as well. It's great for when you're doing your vlogs and stuff like that. Water noise, trees, wind, starlings overhead, you know, you name it. And then use that then when I'm actually doing the vlogs for a lot of the bird sounds and things. Sometimes it's very difficult. You've got a big ferry mic on the end with your camera and stuff. It's nice just record separate audio with this and then just add that in on the editing suite. But yeah, really handy, these. And they're not actually that much money. It's about 50 quid, I think. And you can attach external mics to them as well. But yeah, pretty good bits of kit. Used quite a lot on Exmoor for the river noises and things. But no, handy. And they kind of don't break the bank, really. So at the moment, looking round, marsh harrier has disappeared. Sparrowhawk's up in that tree there somewhere. It's just up there, if you can have a look. There's a big tree up there, big fir tree, bird crow on the top. Bottom right hand side, there's the sparrowhawk in there somewhere. And he'll launch an attack from there, I expect, when the birds come in. Maybe picking off a stray one at the back, maybe picking off a weak one. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see that. I doubt I'll be able to capture that on camera today, but yeah, it'll be nice to witness it. I'm just hoping the birds turn up. I've seen like a small group at the moment. It's just crows. I think watching the Starling Murmurations is one of those spectacles that everybody at least should see once, because it's just incredible. I've seen quite a lot of, you know, really good footage, certainly on the spring watches and things, but and here obviously the Murmuration's quite small, but it's unique to my area, so it's really nice to come and have a look, and it actually attracts quite a few people. There's just a car pulled up the top there. There'll probably be a lot more cars, you know, turning up, and people bringing their kids and stuff like that, and yeah, it's quite nice really that just to sit and witness a bit of nature doing its thing, because it is one of those things that is actually now getting less and less now, due to the decline in starlings on the red list now. You know, so these things one day may not happen anymore, especially on the scale that they used to. So if you can, get out there and you've got starlings near you, reed bed, piers, wherever, go and give them a watch. It's well worth it just for once, and yeah, you'll be rewarded with some great views. Oh, marsh harrier. Marsh harrier. Ooh. So just had the marsh, as soon as I switched the camera on, I was going to give you a quick update on the vlog, and we just had a marsh harrier land in the field, which is pretty cool. Such an amazing bird. I can't really wax lyrical much more about it really, but it's just, and they're scarce birds, you know, struggling like most things. What a fantastic species. So it's just gone to ground in the field there, so a bit of an update so far. So it's pulling in now, the light's pretty much going, and we haven't seen a starling yet. Hopefully it's just gonna happen. There's quite a few people here watching, so trying to keep them out of the vlog if I can. There's about 3 or 4 cars now. I arrived in nice and early today. I wanted to get set up. I know the area well because it's where I live, but just wanted to get set up. Nice little sort of dip here, and I'm quite nicely sheltered. So I hope it won't be too much wind noise and the birds will come in. I think the wind is due to drop, obviously evening anyway. Hopefully they'll come into roost soon, because the light is failing pretty quickly now. So the starlings are starting to come in pockets now, just overhead. Seen about 3 small groups, and the harrier that is gone at the back, and we've just got the sparrowhawk there, just taken off from a tree, moving off. It looks like possibly rain too coming, so this might not be the best evening for it tonight, but we'll see. If it starts to rain, then hop into the landy and take some images from the window. But yeah, it's looking pretty hideous. Oh yeah, it's getting wet. Woo! We've now got some small groups just coming across. Just doing a little bit of footage there with the R3 and the 70-200 whilst sheltering from the rain. They come in from nowhere, they really do. So one thing moving from the R3 to the DX2 again. Yes, almost forget how to use the DX2. Just had a buzzard coming across then, getting mobbed. This is fantastic. It just started coming in now, massing up in groups. Some hand holding here. 4K, wow, look at that. Beautiful. They're really starting to gather now in the sky. The focusing on the R3 is tremendous. Constantly tracking. They're quite a distance away. Fantastic. Oh, incredible. So I'm switching back just to one camera now because it's a damn sight easier that way. Yeah, the light's pretty shocking now. There's a few little groups. They're really starting to build now, and the camera is just phenomenal. It's picking out the birds at quite a distance. I'm just varying the focal lengths at the moment. There's 2 buzzards around just off the back. Can hear a water rail over there in the reed bed. It's a nice little group here. The group's getting bigger now. Lovely. Here we go. The mass are coming in now. Wow. That is incredible. So guys, don't know if you can see now, the light's all but gone, but just had a massive GoPro fail, and if you can just see behind me here, huge group of starlings there, just gone to roost. There's been 2 buzzards just picking off the edge. There's been a marsh harrier and a sparrowhawk and a peregrine falcon went over. So yeah, the prey source is here for the birds of prey. Not sure if they picked any off tonight, but that is fantastic. I mean, there's been thousands here, absolutely superb. And listen to that noise in there. Lots of hustle and bustle, all nestled down in the reeds for the night. Man, it's been absolutely fantastic. I've absolutely loved it. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.